You're listening to Behind the Reality. Real people, real stories, real life.
My name's Priscilla Anyabu, and I was a contestant of Series 6 on Love Island.
How did you end up on Love Island and what inspired you to take part?
So Love Island was never actually something that I thought about, and I actually wasn't going to apply. I was approached on Instagram. They literally just slid into my DMs, and they didn't say what show there was. There was just like, there's this dating show. Well, they didn't even say dating show. There's this show, but you need to be single. And I was like, what could it be? And I was like, if you're interested, just provide us with your contact details and we'll get in contact and give you a call. And I did it. And they said Love Island. I was like, huh? And I thought, why not?
Were you told that you were going to be going in midway or did you expect to be an original?
So when they confirm to you, they do tell you whether you're going to be an original lineup or a bombshell. So I was fully aware, but you're just never aware when it's going to happen. So it was literally just on standby forever.
Black women can often have a hard time when it comes to representation on reality shows. Were you conscious of not being stereotyped when you went on the programme?
It wasn't so much something that crossed my mind. The thing that was on my mind is I just want to make sure that I am a good representation of Black women, because I've seen the experiences that they've had on Love Island. So I just wanted to make sure that I was just as true to myself and as a positive image as I can be. I just didn't want anyone to have anything bad to say. And usually my character, people don't. So I thought, what better way than to just be myself? I feel like, for example, me coming in at Casa Amor, or me just coming in general, you're kind of thinking, in the ordinary world, you're kind of thinking, do boys like you? But then you notice that when it comes to Love Island, there's always a specific type of boy that kind of likes a specific kind of girl. And I knew that I most likely would not fall into that category. So I was worried that that might be the issue. But in my case, I was lucky and I got Mike.
Would you say that the editing portrayed your experience accurately?
I think they did. In terms of my actual character, I feel like they were quite true to me. The only things that I would say they left out was just my fun aside, because it just seems that most of the time that I was talking, I was a bit more serious. And I do have that side to me, but I am an absolute joke at times. So that would have been nice for the world to see it too.
Love Island casts have become more diverse as the show has progressed. How important do you think it is for reality programmes to show positive representations of people of colour?
It is so important, just because the people that are watching it would be nice to see a fair representation. You always don't want to see, oh, that's that one Black person, or that's that one Asian person, or whatever, like that's that one minority. Because if you walk outside on the street, you'll see all different ethnicities. So it would be nice just to see that on the TV too. And there's so many talented people of colour, so that would also be nice to show that they are actually being highlighted and their talents being shared.
How did it feel to have brands and media outlets wanting to work with you afterwards? And was there anything in particular you wanted to do campaign-wise?
So going on Love Island, you obviously have the idea that there will be opportunities to follow after. Coming out, I feel like it's actually quite a shock, because when you're in the show, you don't actually realise that you're actually making an impact on the outside world as much as it really does. So thinking that brands that actually want to work with you, it's just really nice, I guess. What do I want to do? I would have loved to do like beauty campaigns and things like that. But obviously coronavirus, it hasn't really helped us. So all of these opportunities have pretty much been put on hold, but it is a nice feeling.
Some people claim that Love Island creates unrealistic beauty standards for its viewers. Did you feel any pressure to look or act a certain way before going on the show?
The pressure that I had was to always be on point, because you are scrutinized for everything, every little thing. And especially because I was a late addition, I was a bombshell, I already can see like how much people had been scrutinized. So yeah, there is so much pressure. I'm not going to lie. You don't want to have a hair out of place. You just have to look on point 24/7. And if you know me, I am so bummy at times. It's so crazy. Like, I'm happy to walk on the street with my hair this way, that way. Yeah. So I think my friend was just like, don't go and embarrass me, because I know how you are. The effort that you do have to put in and the time that you're actually given to get ready is crazy, but we had to make it work.
I know there were times where you changed your wig in the villa and people were like, what's going on? She dyed her hair, what's happening? Did you find it harder to relate to certain people in the villa? Because obviously you're all from different backgrounds and stuff. How hard was it to get to know the other people?
I feel like because you're actually trapped in this bubble with these people, 24 hours a day. You literally do everything together. So it's very easy to create a bond. There's no distractions other than the other people in the house. So forming the bonds are very easy. In terms of learning to understand me, it was very straightforward. But I just think the boys were just a bit thrown off. I was like, oh my gosh, is it a wig? Is it not a wig? Just because some boys just don't get it. They just don't get hair. But other than that, they learned to like show a real interest in my wigs. There was one day that everybody was trying on all the different types of wigs and taking pictures. Surprisingly, they actually showed a huge interest. Boys were even coming into the dressing rooms to help us pick out outfits, talk to us about our makeup. I feel like when you're in that environment, there's no better way than to get to know one another or to have an open mind to everything.
How did life change for you once you got back to the real world?
So I'm super low key. So the fact that people wanted to stop me to take pictures, I was like, whoa, I don't think I was ready for this. Like, you can never prepare yourself enough for what's to come. Especially me, I forgot I was on Love Island. You know, the cameras are rolling, but I literally forgot I was on the show. And everything that I did in there, I was 100% myself. So for people to then come out and just be like sending me messages in my DMs, thanking me for my representation and things like that is such a huge shock, because I'm just like, I haven't done anything other than be me. It's so unreal, and I'm still getting it like to this day. And it's crazy, especially in quarantine when we go out to like buy groceries and people will stop us in the supermarket. I'm just like, oh, I just thought we were has-been now because we've been inside. But it's just like, no, we actually still matter to people. So I don't think I'm ever going to get used to it.
Were you scared of any negativity from trolls, and how did you handle them?
I was totally afraid. Totally afraid. I think I even had like a little panic attack before I went on, because I was just like, oh, what are people going to say about me? They're probably going to say I'm too skinny, or they're going to say I'm too dark. So I literally had to like get myself ready. And not only that, I have a really good support system, like my friends and family around me. Like if I'm being trolled, like I was actually corned online for one of these pictures that me and Mike posted. But my friends know, they're like, don't show me. Out of sight, out of mind is the best thing for me, like absolutely the best thing for me, because I just like to remain positive, and I'm an overthinker. So if I'm actually shown or told, I'm just going to overthink about it. I'm going to overthink about it, and it's just going to drive me crazy. So I just don't look at it. I'm barely on Twitter. I'm just on Instagram, like putting up my pictures, so I'm consistent. But other than that, yeah, I just don't want to know.
And you talked about you and Mike just then. How important was it for you to show a healthy Black relationship in the media?
1000%. I mean, I just wanted to show people that it can actually happen. It does exist. I mean, I think all of my partners, like my ex-boyfriend was Black, this and that. And I just feel like girls can still find Black men in this day and age. It doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be terrible. It's really still possible. I think it's very important that a positive Black couple is shown in the world. I feel like everyone always screams this Black love, Black love, Black love, Black love thing, but they don't really share it, or they don't really show it, or Black couples always seem to be toxic. I just wanted to show that it's real. It can happen. I mean, I don't force Black love on anyone. You can love whoever you want to love. But if it does happen, it can happen in a beautiful way. And the thing I like about Mike is that he wasn't afraid to show his emotions, which I think that men in general, as well as Black men, are really afraid to do. So, yeah, I was just like, there's no problem with it. We're here, we're loud, we're proud. We're going to put it in your face because this is how we feel, which is absolutely fine. And especially with all of this Black shaming that's been going on Twitter, it was just nice to show that, hey, we still do care about one another.
Colorism can sometimes be an issue in reality TV. Did this cross your mind at all before entering the show?
Yes. That was my biggest fear. Like literally, if anyone asks me, what is your biggest fear on Love Island? It's hands down, I thought people are going to say this girl's too Black. Like, she's not even good looking. She's too dark. I mean, I even saw it. I came out and I did see some comments. Like, I did look on Instagram, and I remember people was like, oh, she's only in there because she's dark for representation. She's not even cute. So I was just like, really? Really? But surprisingly, everyone actually loved my skin and loved my complexion. So it was nice to come out to some positivity, but I feel like that was my biggest fear, just getting roasted for who I am and for the colour that I am. Because as you said, colorism is real. It is so real. And yeah, I thought I was going to get the downside of that.
Were you scared of what people would say online?
Oh, definitely. So you know what? I went in there. I didn't expect much. I wasn't trying to be a role model. I wasn't trying to be anything at all. But I have had a lot of the messages. And when I'm telling you, I was reading one the other day and I was literally like, it filled my heart with joy. It was just a girl just saying about how she's kind of just been battling with like her whole color and loving herself. But after seeing me on TV, she was just like, wow, we are here, we do exist, and we can love ourselves. And she was like, you helped me see that, you helped me get that. And I was just like, oh, thank you. Honestly, like my heart, my heart, my heart, my heart. Because I know me personally, a lot of people have been saying to me, like, they hadn't had anyone that they could refer to. Like, they have daughters and there was no reference point that they could have ever pointed them to and be like, hey, look, she's on TV. She looks just like you and she's pretty. It's fine, kind of thing. So it was nice. The messages have been overwhelming, I would say, but definitely happy, because I think I was definitely that girl that growing up, I was upset, I was insecure, didn't love myself. So being able to blossom into myself, which is still a transition, and then go out into the world and give people the strength to do exactly what I did is just amazing.
Love Island has been criticised for its aftercare system. What was your experience with the aftercare system like?
Absolutely amazing. I can't get enough of their aftercare. Literally, I'm running away from the aftercare. They're literally, I have people messaging me like every couple of days, like once a week, I definitely get a message. They get us to have therapy sessions if we need it. There's people on standby almost 24/7 from the point that you first make contact with them until forever. They're literally there for you. So yeah, I can't fault it. I feel like if anything, that's the best thing that they have, their aftercare. Absolutely amazing.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone who's thinking of going on reality TV, what advice would you give?
I would say be yourself. That way they can't edit you in any other way.
Do you have any regrets about your experience, and what would you do differently?
Absolutely not. I think I had a whale of a time, an absolute blast. I always say the only thing I would have ever changed was winning more challenges, because I'm very competitive. But other than that, no, I had a great time.
So, how can people follow you, and what are you up to now?
So, how can people follow me? They can follow me on my Instagram, which is Priscilla Anyabu _. I'm actually currently working on an initiative called Take Care 50, which is basically an initiative to give back to hardworking nurses. We're just creating little pamper packages, little care packages to give to 50 nurses around London, just so that they can relax and feel good after a hard working day or on their day off. So that's what I'm working on. Other than that, I feel like because of quarantine, everything's on hold. But yeah, so just my Take Care initiative. But come on my Instagram. I always put my YouTube links in my bio. I'm doing a bit of YouTube, a bit of content, but that's about it for now.
Behind the reality.